Live from New Delhi, you're watching DD India Live, India's voice to the world. I am Adil Thomas. Coming up in the next 30 minutes. Indian Army Chief General Manoj Pandey assures that border situation is stable yet sensitive. US Secretary of State Anthony Blinken meets Egyptian President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi in Cairo as he wraps up Middle East diplomacy tour. Global renewable energy capacity surged by 50%, led by the US, EU and India. Solar panels and wind energy hold the key to tackle climate change. In EFL Cup, Liverpool beat Fulham in semi-final first leg. In an annual press briefing, Indian Army Chief General Manoj Pandey said that the north border situation is stable yet sensitive, and we continue to operate with other agencies and state administration.
As far as the situation on the northern borders goes, I would say the situation is stable yet sensitive. We continue to talk both at the military level as well as the diplomatic level, as per the established protocols and procedures, to find resolution to the balance issues which remain. Our operational preparedness in these areas continues to be of a very high level, and our deployment is both robust as well as balanced.
Indian Army Chief General Manoj Pandey also said that we are committed to boosting more infrastructure, especially in border areas.
We continue to focus on our capability development initiatives, especially along our borders, including induction of modern technologies, disruptive niche technologies, as also focusing on infrastructure development in these areas, be it the road connectivity. We continue to operate with other government agencies who are also operating in these areas, as also the state administration, to better achieve the desired outcomes.
DD India's Nandita Dagar has more on this. Let's listen.
The Army Chief, in his annual press conference ahead of the Army Day on 15th of January, spoke about boosting human intelligence on the ground in Jammu and Kashmir so that cross-border terrorist attacks by Pakistan can be thwarted. He also spoke about the China border, which he claimed was sensitive but stable. 2024 is going to be the year of technology infusion, the realm of robotics, unmanned aerial vehicles, cyber warfare, artificial intelligence, etc., being inducted into the Indian Army. This is in line with the Indian government's vision of Atmanirbhar Bharat, or self-reliant India. With camera person SP Dubey and Keshav in New Delhi, this is Nandita Dagar for DD India.
Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi met a Muslim community delegation. In a post on social media, Prime Minister said that during his interaction with the delegation, he presented the sacred chadar, which will be placed during the Urs of Khwaja Moinuddin Chishti at the esteemed Ajmer Sharif Dargah. Japan's Finance Minister Suzuki Shunichi has arrived in Colombo on a two-day visit to Sri Lanka. He was received by Sri Lanka's State Minister of Defense, Premita Bandara Tenikun. The Japanese Finance Minister is scheduled to hold official discussions with Sri Lankan President Ranil Wickremesinghe later today. Japanese Finance Minister and the accompanying delegation will visit Parliament, Jayawardene Centre, Sri Jayawardene Hospital, Colombo Dockyard and the Lanka Nippon Biztech Institute in Mahargama during their stay in Sri Lanka. It is also expected that the visiting minister will discuss debt restructuring with the Sri Lankan leadership. India, Japan and France had co-chaired the official creditor committee to restructure Sri Lanka's external debt as part of the economic recovery of the island nation. US Secretary of State Anthony Blinken met Egyptian President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi in Cairo as he concluded his fourth trip to West Asia since the Israel-Hamas armed conflict began. The visit came a day after Abdel Fattah al-Sisi met Jordan's King Abdullah and Palestinian President Mahmoud Abbas. Blinken, who earlier met Israel's Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu, said that Israel will have to make hard choices to normalize relations with more of its neighbors. Iranian authorities have arrested 35 people in relation to the Jan 3rd attack in the southeastern city of Kerman. According to Intelligence Ministry, it had identified one of the two suicide bombers as a national of Tajikistan who entered Iran illegally on December 19th. More information will be released at a later date about the second suicide bomber, the ministry said, adding that the arrests have been carried out in several Iranian provinces. The Islamic State claimed responsibility on Jan 4th for the attack that killed nearly 100 people and wounded 284 at a memorial for top commander Qasem Soleimani. Tehran has promised revenge for the bloodiest such attack since the 1979 Islamic Revolution. Japanese technology giant Fujitsu is in crosshairs of British lawmakers for building the faulty accounting software that led to what has been called the country's biggest ever miscarriage of justice. Fujitsu created the Horizon IT system that resulted in some 700 local post office managers being wrongly convicted for theft and false accounting between 1999 and 2005. Amid mounting public anger, Britain is moving to quash convictions and pay compensations after hundreds of self-employed sub-postmasters were wrongly convicted between 1999 and 2015. UK Postal Affairs Minister Kevin Hollerank said in the Parliament that anybody who is shown to be responsible for this scandal should be held accountable. During his visit to Estonia, Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky stated that a ceasefire in the Russian-Ukraine conflict would primarily favor Russia, as this would allow Moscow to boost its supply of munitions. Zelensky further said Russia was negotiating missile purchases from Iran and that Russian forces had received more than 1 million rounds of ammunition from North Korea. Meanwhile, Estonian President Alar Karis welcomed Ukrainian President Zelensky in Tallinn. Zelensky's visit to Tallinn, part of his tour of 3 Baltic states, will focus on discussions about Ukraine's conflict with Russia and Kyiv's aspirations to join NATO and the European Union. Turkey, Romania and Bulgaria signed an agreement on Thursday on a joint plan to clear mines floating in the Black Sea as a result of the war in Ukraine, following months of talks between the NATO allies. Yasser Guler, his Romanian counterpart, Engel Tilvar, and Bulgaria's Deputy Defense Minister, Atanas Sapranov, signed a memorandum of understanding in Istanbul to form a trilateral initiative to clear the explosives. Sea mines have posed a threat to Ukraine's export routes via the Black Sea since Russia's invasion in February of 2022, and several commercial ships have been hit, including a bulk carrier heading to the river Danube port to load grain in December. According to Turkey's defense ministry, 3 mine-hunting ships from each country and 1 command-control ship will be assigned to the initiative. Naval commanders of the 3 countries will form a committee to run the operation that might include other Black Sea states after the war in Ukraine ends. Russian capital is blasted with snowstorms and strong winds over the week on Thursday. People in Moscow were seen making their way through the snow and heavy equipments cleaning the streets. Meteorologists have predicted up to 10% of monthly precipitation and winds up to 20 miles, with temperatures around -12 degrees Celsius. Icy conditions on road and traffic jams are also possible. Papua New Guinea has declared a state of emergency, suspending the police chief and top government officials after rioting left 16 people dead. The country's Prime Minister, James Marape, said that the authorities were looking into the cause of the riots. Unrest erupted in Papua New Guinea, with looters ransacking shops after police went on a strike over a pay dispute. The violence subsided after the army was deployed and police resumed duty. Authorities in Ecuador have made over 300 arrests as the country remains under a state of emergency and curfew amid a dramatic surge in gang violence. Those arrested include a leader of the Los Lobos gang. Authorities said that a dynamite was recovered from his house. President Daniel Noboa declared 22 criminal gangs terrorist groups, making them official military targets. He also said that Ecuador was in a state of war with gangs who are holding more than 130 prison staff hostage.
It is a non-international armed conflict. We are fighting for a national peace. We are also fighting against terrorist groups, which today number more than 20,000 people. We will not give in to the stupid things that they are used to doing. They, I mean the terrorists who are in these prisons. It is difficult, it is hard, and I also sympathize with the families of the kidnapped officials. We are in a state of war and we cannot give in to these terrorist groups.
Amidst the wave of violence in Ecuador, its neighboring country Peru has also put their guards up. Peruvian police have strengthened its operations on its bordering northwestern city of Tumbes on Wednesday. According to the Peruvian commander, 400 agents were deployed to the border, along with another 60 officers from Peru's Special Operations National Direction. More reinforcements is also expected later in the day. However, the Peruvian government has made it very clear that they are not going to close its borders. Well, getting you the latest on the Republican presidential debate, Florida Governor Ron DeSantis and former U.S. Ambassador to the UN, Nikki Haley, traded barbs as they try to emerge as the leading alternative to former President Donald Trump. DeSantis and Haley accused each other of lying about their records. They were making their case before Republican voters of Iowa, who will choose their preferred nominee on Monday. Meanwhile, Donald Trump, who is the frontrunner for the Republican nomination, has said that he has chosen his pick for the vice president.
Who would be in the running for vice president?
Well, I can't tell you that, really. I mean, I know who it's going to be.
Give us a hint.
I'll give you, we'll do another show sometime.
Well, what about any of the people who you've run against? Would you be open to mending fences with any of them?
I will. I've already started to like Christie better.
Trump critic and former New Jersey Governor Chris Christie has ended his bid for the 2024 Republican presidential nomination. According to a poll, Christie had the support of just 2% of Republicans. Christie had called the former president unfit for office, saying that he was morally responsible for the January 6th Capitol riots in 2020. However, during his final campaigning, Christie mounted attacks on former U.S. Ambassador to the UN, Nikki Haley, saying that she had no chance of winning. Time for some world news now. More than 300 people have died as a result of flooding that has affected the Democratic Republic of Congo and Congo Republic in recent months, as the Congo River has reached its highest level in more than 60 years, according to authorities. A man accused of killing a South Korean tourist during a robbery last week in Guam was found dead from a self-inflicted gunshot wound. His alleged gateway driver has been arrested and is facing multiple charges, including murder and robbery. High waves lashed the shore of Hampton Beach, New Hampshire on Wednesday as the U.S. East Coast remained under the threat of menacing weather and powerful winter storm loomed across the region. More than 50 million people from eastern Ohio and into the northeast were under high wind and flooding advisories on Wednesday. Still to come on this edition of DD India Live. Atal Setu is an engineering marvel with earthquake-resistant system, noise silencers and lots more. Indore backs cleanest city tag for the 7th time. Surat emerges joint winner for the first. India's Ayodhya city witnesses a 130% rise in exports in the last 1 year.
Experience the magic of Ayodhya, where spirituality meets architectural grandeur. Immerse yourself in the majestic beauty of the Ram Temple, an awe-inspiring symbol of devotion and cultural heritage. Explore its intricate details from the towering spires to the sacred sanctorum. Watch Ayodhya, the marvel of architecture, on Friday, 8:30 p.m. IST, only on DD India.
You're watching DD India Live. I'm Arnold Thomas. In a signal to China, the US has said that it opposes any outside interference in Taiwan's Jan 13th presidential elections. According to a report, a senior official in the Joe Biden administration said that Washington's policy towards Taiwan will remain the same despite the poll outcome. This comes after Beijing slammed Washington over a meeting between the US House Speaker and Taiwan's de facto ambassador to the US. Taiwan has time and again accused China of poll meddling. China claims sovereignty over the island. Meanwhile, the White House plans to send an unofficial delegation to Taiwan following the self-ruled island's presidential and parliamentary elections. However, the participation of the delegation and the timing of their trip are not yet finalized. Taiwan's voters head to the polls on Saturday. Notably, US is in regular touch with all of Taiwan's candidates and expects strong security trade partnerships to continue. They have reiterated that disruption of peace and stability across the Taiwan Strait would seriously damage the global economy. The bustling city of Mumbai in the western state of Maharashtra is all set to witness an addition to its infrastructure with the inauguration of the Mumbai Trans-Harbour Link. As the latest developments in the city's ongoing modernization efforts, Mumbaikars can now look forward to shorter travel times, reduced traffic congestion and enhanced opportunities for economic growth. DD India's correspondent Shishir Shelar has this ground report from Mumbai. In a momentous event, Prime Minister Narendra Modi will inaugurate the much-awaited Mumbai Trans-Harbour Link, marking a significant milestone in the city's infrastructure development. The Mumbai Trans-Harbour Link is an ambitious project connecting Mumbai to Navi Mumbai. This monumental bridge will significantly ease the congestion on the existing routes by offering a direct, uninterrupted route between Shivri in South Mumbai to Navasheva in Navi Mumbai. Previously, commuters had to rely on ferries, crowded roads or the lengthy detour via the Vashi Bridge to traverse between these two major hubs. A joint venture between the state-run Maharashtra State Road Development Corporation and private partners, the Mumbai Trans-Harbour Link represents a remarkable collaboration between the public and private sector. With an estimated cost of around 18,000 crore rupees, this 21.8-kilometer long bridge project has been a vision of the government for several years. The Mumbai Trans-Harbour Link boasts state-of-the-art engineering techniques designed to withstand cyclones, high-speed winds and other adverse weather conditions. It comprises a 6-lane highway, A key focus of the Mumbai Trans-Harbour Link project is its commitment to sustainability. The bridge has been designed with eco-friendly principles in mind, minimizing its impact on the surrounding environment. The construction process incorporates measures to mitigate ecological disruptions, preserving the local flora and fauna. The benefits of the MTHL are expected to extend beyond transportation. It will unlock the economic potential of Navi Mumbai by providing seamless connectivity to the upcoming Navi Mumbai International Airport, the JNPT port, and other growth corridors. The bridge will not only facilitate smoother movement of goods, but also create employment opportunities and boost the real estate sector in the surrounding areas.
After obtaining all the necessary permissions in 2018, the actual work of the Mumbai Trans-Harbour Link started in 17 and 18. Now the link is completed in record time and Prime Minister Narendra Modi will inaugurate the Mumbai Trans-Harbour Link. Well, this link goes from the seaside and connects Mumbai to Navi Mumbai. Earlier, it took almost 1.5 hours to 2 hours to reach from Mumbai to Navi Mumbai, which will now take only few minutes. This will not only save the time, but it will also save the energy and will open up the new economic corridor for both the cities. With camera person Ronald Wilson, Shir Shilar for DD India, Mumbai.
Global business leaders hail Prime Minister Narendra Modi's vision of a developed India as they unveil their investment plans for the country at the 10th edition of Vibrant Gujarat Global Summit, which was inaugurated by the Prime Minister on Wednesday.
India's Prime Minister Narendra Modi touted his country's economic prospects at the 10th Vibrant Gujarat Global Summit. Top businessmen from India and overseas have expressed interest in setting up projects in new age industries such as green hydrogen, renewable energy, among others. India's businessman and chairman of Reliance Industries, Mukesh Ambani, said that no power on earth can stop India from becoming a $35 trillion economy.
Today's India is the best time for young people to enter the economy, to innovate, and to provide ease of living and ease of earning to hundreds of millions of people. No power on earth can stop India from becoming a $35 trillion economy by 2047.
He also said that his company has invested over $150 billion in creating world-class assets and capacities across India in the last 10 years, of which at least a third has been invested in Gujarat alone. Reliance is also in the process of setting up India's first carbon fiber facility at Hazira in Gujarat, which when completed will have a capacity of 20,000 million tons per annum. Ambani said that RIL and Reliance Foundation will partner with others in Gujarat to improve education, sports and skills infrastructure in view of India's announcement of a bid for the 2036 Olympics. The chairman of the Adani Group, Gautam Adani, said his conglomerate will invest over Rs 2 lakh crore in Gujarat, thereby creating over 100,000 direct and indirect jobs. Adani is constructing the world's largest green energy park in Khavda, Kutch, generating 30 gigawatts of renewable energy over 725 square kilometers, and the facility is even visible from space. He vowed for more investments in Gujarat.
We are expanding the green supply chain for an Atmanirbhar Bharat and creating the largest integrated renewable energy ecosystems. Over the next 5 years, the Adani Group will invest over Rs 2 lakhs crore in Gujarat.
Toshihiro Suzuki, president of Suzuki Motor Corporation, Japan, announced $4.2 billion investment in Suzuki Motors, Gujarat.
Suzuki Group will invest 3,200 crore rupees in Suzuki Motor Gujarat to add a new fourth production line, which can produce 2.5 lakh units per year. This will increase the annual production capacity of Suzuki Motor Gujarat from the current 7.5 lakh to 1 million units.
Conceptualized in 2003 as the Vibrant Gujarat Summit, under then Chief Minister Narendra Modi, the conference has evolved into one of the country's preeminent forums for business collaboration, knowledge sharing and strategic partnerships. Abhishek Mahajan's report, DD India.
Well, across India, a transformative movement is gaining momentum. Viksit Bharat Sankalp Yatra, the largest ever outreach initiative by Indian government, is bringing the promise of empowerment and a bright future to the doorsteps of all Indians. In the Union Territory of Jammu and Kashmir, the Viksit Bharat Sankalp Yatra reached far-flung and hilly Panchayat Sarai of Block Nood in Samba district. People accorded a warm welcome to the IEC van. They took the pledge to work for making India a developed nation by 2047. Indian President Draupadi Murmu conferred the Swachhata Sarvekshan Awards in the national capital on Thursday. Indian city of Indore from Madhya Pradesh bagged the award for the cleanest city for the 7th straight time, with Surat from Gujarat emerging as a joint winner for the first time. The results of the 8th edition of the Urban Cleanliness Survey were released on Thursday. The government claims it to be the world's largest urban cleanliness survey. In the category of best performing states in Swachh Sarvekshan Awards, Maharashtra backed the top rank, followed by Madhya Pradesh and Chhattisgarh. Ahead of the inauguration of the Ram Temple, India's Ayodhya city witnessed a 130% rise in exports in the last 1 year. Data released by the Ministry of Commerce showed that Ayodhya's exports across various sectors have soared from 110 crores in 21-22 to 250 crores in 22-23. Exports in 22-23 include bituminous coal worth over 90 crores and paperboard worth more than 44 crores. Ayurvedic medicines and bakery machineries accounted for over 3 crores respectively. The Steel Fab 2024 exhibition, organized by the Expo Center in Sharjah with the support of the Sharjah Chamber of Commerce and Industry, has become the focal point for India's robust representation in the global steel industry. Boasting 35 exhibitors, the Indian Pavilion has emerged as a powerhouse, showcasing premier companies and brands in the iron and steel sector. Spearheaded by the CII, the Indian Pavilion stands as a testament to the nation's prowess in steel and metallurgy. It features the latest innovation and cutting-edge technologies.
This event was organized by CII, a government initiative from Government of India with the subsidized scheme to organize the stall. So here we have got a lot of enquiries and a lot of potentials. So it's very clear that we have a very good opportunity in the Middle East to market our products.
Curtis Jones and Cody Gakpo scored 3 minutes apart as Liverpool fought back from a goal down to beat Fulham 2-1 in the first leg of the League Cup semi-final. Fulham threatened to hand the record 9-time League Cup winners their first home defeat across all competitions this season after William scored. Liverpool will travel to Craven Cottage for the second leg on Jan 24th. Well, that's all for this edition of DD India Live, but let us know your thoughts on the news of the day. You can connect with us on Facebook, X, and also Instagram. We're going to be back with more news as it breaks here on DD India. I am Anil Thomas from all of us here in Delhi. Thanks for watching DD India Live.